What's up guys, Josh Hublitz here. I'm kicking off a series called Practice Partner Chronicles. Today I'm gonna review my practices with Daniil Medvedev. I hit with him about 3 or 4 times between last year at Indian Wells and this year. And I also wanna finish with one crazy story that involves Safin, Rublev, and Medvedev and me. Okay, so kicking things off, 3 things that I basically learned from training with Daniil Medvedev. Number 1, Daniil's ball quality is like nothing that I've ever seen in the weirdest way possible. Now we all see this watching him, but playing against it, it became really clear that his ball is very unique. He can hit it flat, but he can also hit it with underspin, but he's not slicing it. He's taking a full swing on ground strokes and he's able to generate underspin in like a normal rally ball, something that was like just unheard of and super unconventional. Like you wouldn't teach that to a kid. Sometimes we'd be hitting cross-court backhands and then he would take this slice two-handed backhand slap shot down the line and put it on a dime right at the corner of the line, the sideline and the service line. And he would get it the first try, if not the second try. It's like, that's a shot that he practices. All these weird sort of random underspin flat slap shots that like come out of nowhere where he seems seemingly off balance and then it's just like a crazy, ridiculous shot. No, he's actually practicing those in practice. Like he would intentionally practice the weird shots and execute the first, if not the second try. So that let me know that everything that looks crazy and bizarre when you're watching him do a match is actually something that is practiced. Number 2, Medvedev is incredibly efficient with his time on court when practicing. That goes for during the practice, but also even at the bench. He was like super intentional with hydrating, and he sort of was in this zone even when he was taking a break. There were virtually 0 balls wasted, and his shot tolerance and steadiness was even higher than the rest of the players that I got to train with. So there was not a lot of missing going on. Number 3, he has a lot of fun during his practices. He is grunting, his character comes out. We'll get into an exchange where he starts grunting and I start grunting and he starts grunting louder. He's kind of like bringing you into his, intensity, but also fun in a practice. And if I hit a good shot, he's like, oh, that's a great shot, too good. Like he's complimentary of like what I'm doing. Like he makes them both super intense, but also very light and fun. And to me, that was a testament to why I think, at least in part, he's had success, for over a decade on tour, because these guys are practicing 2 times a day, every single day for literally decades. Like you have to, I think, make it fun to some extent in order to like stay motivated. And so he did a uniquely good job of making the practices both intense and focused, but also light and fun at the same time. Every practice really has a different flavor, a different style. And I think for me, it was some of the most enjoyable practices were with Daniil Medvedev for a lot of these reasons. I could see how intentional he was, but also how much fun he was still having, right? It's like you could see the kid in him, but also the Grand Slam champion, the former number 1 in the world in him at the same time. It was a really, really cool experience, and I was lucky to get called back, and I played with him like 3 days in a row. Unfortunately, I had to leave on the last day and get back to this content work, but his coach was like requesting me because he kept winning and we kept warming up, and these guys are superstitious like any other tennis player. So crazy experience. I hope and can't wait for next year, hopefully, that I get to get back out there with him on the practice courts before I leave. Story time. So my last practice with Daniil Medvedev, he was running a little bit late, and so I was sitting on court. Next to me was Rublev training with Safin, and their court time was up. It was like at the hour. So Rublev walks over to me sitting on the bench, and he goes very politely, "Excuse me, sir, do you think we could like use your court until Daniil gets here and just finish up our practice?" I'm like, dude, by all means, please, like, let me witness greatness. It's you and Murat. And so they step on court. Murat's like shirtless. He's got his aura, just like absolutely slapping the ball, the best ball quality I'd seen from anyone on tour. He was tooling up Rublev. He won like 6 or 7 points in a row, just completely destroying the ball, shirtless, like not really giving a damn. And I'm just like, whoa, like that's a different, I don't know what, ball quality was insane. And so then Daniil comes and all three of them come to the same bench. And so now I start warming up with Daniil, and Rublev and Safin are now sitting on the bench watching every single ball, like fixated on like our warm up and like seeing how I'm doing, just like locked in on the practice, locked in on me. And they're like, who's this guy that's like hitting with Daniil? And I'm like, holy shit, I got like Grand Slam champions, like legends of the game, just analyzing every one of my shots as I'm warming up. Thankfully, the practice went super well, and I did not really miss for the duration that they were there. But like at some point, a ball rolls into the corner, and Rublev goes over and like fetches it from me, and I'm just like, what is going on? This is insane. Only reflecting on it did I realize how insane that moment was. So that's a story of how me, Safin, Rublev, and Medvedev all ended up on the same court, and I will never forget that moment. All right, if you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm planning on doing a series of these. I've had over 38 hits this year at Indian Wells. I want to talk about all of them: fees, FAA, Francis Tiafoe. So stay tuned in and we'll talk more about some of these practices and what it was like.